golden on the outside, impossibly soft on the inside. Let's make some classic French Madeleines. First, we need to get our mold. These will have vanilla and honey, with a brown butter caramel core. Let's begin. We need to let the eggs reach room temperature. Wash and thoroughly dry the orange. Zest only the orange outer layer of the peel. Avoid the white pith, as it can make the dessert bitter. Mix the orange zest with about 1 tablespoon of the sugar. Gently rub it between your fingertips. Add 120 grams of butter to a saucepan and heat it over medium heat. As the butter starts to foam, keep swirling the saucepan regularly. Be careful not to let the butter turn black. Remove the brown butter from the heat and let it rest for about 5 minutes. Add the vanilla to the brown butter. If you're using a vanilla bean, scrape out the seeds and add them to the butter. Add 60 grams of sugar to a small, heavy-bottomed saucepan. Place it over medium heat and let the sugar begin to melt around the edges. Once parts of the sugar have melted, gently swirl the saucepan. Avoid stirring too much with a spoon, as this can cause the sugar to crystallize. Continue cooking the sugar until it melts completely and turns a deep amber color. It should look like dark honey, not burnt brown. Gently warm 45 grams of heavy cream. Do not add cold cream to the hot caramel. Slowly pour the warm cream into the caramel, stirring constantly. Be careful, as the mixture will produce a lot of steam. Add 25 grams of butter and stir until it is fully incorporated and the caramel becomes smooth and glossy. Let's make some special salted caramel. Stir in 1 gram of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Let the caramel simmer gently. Allow it to thicken slightly. Pour the caramel into a shallow container and let it cool. For easier filling, the caramel should be thick enough to pipe, not completely runny. Sift the flour, baking powder, and salt together. Whisk by hand. The goal is not to create a lot of foam and the mixture is smooth and well combined. Gradually pour them in the milk, mixing continuously as you go. Add half of the dry ingredients to the wet mixture. Using a spatula, gently fold the ingredients together with upward strokes. Once the mixture is almost combined, add the remaining dry ingredients. Gently fold again until no streaks of flour remain. When should you stop mixing? Stop as soon as the flour is fully incorporated. The batter looks smooth and uniform. No dry pockets of flour remain. Gradually add the lukewarm browned butter. Mix with a spatula after each addition until the batter becomes completely smooth and glossy. Now, add about a teaspoon of vanilla powder and mix it thoroughly until completely smooth. Cover the bowl tightly and refrigerate the batter for about 12 hours. This resting period is one of the key secrets to achieving the classic professional Madeleine texture. Hello again. Let's move on to the next steps. Thoroughly grease the metal Madeleine mold with butter. Dust it lightly with flour, then tap out any excess. This helps the Madeleines release more easily from the mold. It preserves their delicate shell-shaped ridges. It also promotes more even browning. Refrigerate the mold for about 15 minutes to allow the butter coating to set. Before filling the molds with the batter, make sure the oven is fully preheated. Preheat the oven to 220 degrees Celsius. Let it heat for 10 to 15 minutes until it reaches the proper temperature. Using the chilled Madeleine batter, fill each mold cavity about 3/4 full. Do not overfill the molds, as the Madeleines will rise during baking. If the caramel is too runny, don't add it to the Madeleines yet. Place it in the refrigerator until it thickens. Using a small piping bag, pipe a small amount of chilled, thick caramel into the center of each Madeleine. Do not place the caramel too close to the surface. Place the mold in the fully preheated oven and bake at 220 degrees Celsius for 4 minutes. After baking for 4 minutes at 220 degrees Celsius, quickly adjust the temperature to 180 degrees Celsius and close the oven door. Continue baking for another 5-7 minutes. These Madeleines are baking perfectly. Remove the mold from the oven and let it cool. Now release the Madeleines and place them on a rack.